Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Evoland 2. I am joined once again by Cyberlink 420.
4 down, 1 to go.
Awesome. So, you did some stuff off screen, huh?
A little bit. Since I had a good breaking point, I went back and collected a bunch of items we missed. Mostly, you know, the stars, some cards, and stuff like that. And this little baby, the treasure radar, which can be used to detect how many cards and chests are left in an area, and a kind of rough estimate of where to find them. So we'll be able to use that to kind of check out different areas and see if there's any stuff we missed. So as you can see, there's also an indicator now that says we found 84.3% of all the treasure in the game. Which is pretty damn good, and probably also an indication of how far we are into the game. Yeah, we are slowly reaching that final stretch. And like I said, well, I have a lot of cards now.
Jeez. And yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense. We've only got one more of those keys to collect. And presumably do it... What is...
Programmer art. They took, like, test renders they did for... during production. They turned it into a card as a joke.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I'm pretty okay with it.
I am okay with it, too. But goodness. Alright, so... We're off to the last area to try and get the key?
Yep. As you might have noticed, I've been very consciously skipping this little island over here. The Sylph Forest.
Ah, yeah. We were kind of... We did encounter the Sylph entity before, yeah.
Welcome to the Sylph Forest. All time streams converge here to form an infinity of nows. It is a marvelous gift from nature that we are able to spend eternal life in a single instant, over and over without end.
You know, honestly, that does not sound like a gift.
Do you not think so?
Yeah, so this area exists outside of time and space, so no matter which time period you come here, it's always going to look like the present.
Huh. Interesting.
Did you also come here to find your destiny? Just like the other heroes who seek our oracle's wisdom, I suppose.
Oh, I can also challenge him to a card game.
Why not?
So now that I've actually got a lot of really good cards, I can't... I'll sacrifice this one, put this one into play. Thankfully, I've got a lot of strong cards. This hopefully shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, trucked right through that one.
Very nice. That top one looks especially strong.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have had enough mana to summon it.
Ah, I see.
It's a constant game of give and take. Let's sacrifice him. Professor Jiro.
Interesting, that. Also, I have noticed some interesting things about the Professor Jiro or Dr. Jiro. And I'm waiting to see if my suspicions are confirmed, but he seems to be sporting a very familiar hair color.
Well, maybe, maybe not.
Have you not been here once before? Or perhaps you are not here yet. Time matters little in this place.
Yeah. I'm getting that sense.
What? No!
Heroes come from far and wide to have our oracle reveal their next quest. As she knows all of the past and future, she alone can answer their questions.
Okay, I immediately see what looks like Sora.
We're at the confluence of time streams, so they sometimes wait years to have their fate revealed. Their fans must be anxiously awaiting their return.
So first off, Totoro Stone. Very nice.
Yes. So Sora, even though we've finally actually have word of Kingdom Hearts 3,
that finally has a date now.
It has a date. Oh god. Okay, Mario, Link, Ryu. Ryu, rather.
Yeah, Ryu.
I don't recognize that other one.
That's Bomberman.
Oh, Bomberman. Okay. All right.
Let it go, can't hold it back anymore. I can't get that song out of my head.
Which is rather ironic, actually, given that it was revealed that that is, in fact, a world that is going to be showing up.
Where are my bombs? I knew I had them a second ago. Ha! Scrat! Ha!
Ha!
If you need a chatty fairy, just run the other way.
Listen.
Hey, listen!
This time, I'm totally gonna crush that stuck-up blonde dude.
Leave Ken out of this.
He's fine. I really hope she's not gonna get kidnapped again.
You are somehow different from the other heroes. For that matter, are you even a hero?
Ooh, good question.
Kinda ties in with your theory, perhaps.
Quite perhaps.
Welcome, heroes of this world.
I am no hero. I only wish for my son.
I know, Manos. The currents of time keep no secrets from us selves. All events occur here time and again, ad infinitum.
But that means everything is already written. Everything we do is meaningless and pointless.
Quite the opposite, Fina. The choices you make shape your destiny. And conversely, fate molds your choices. Only a few possess absolute freedom, the ability to change everything.
You're talking about Kuro, aren't you?
Yes, Kuro is one of those few. His past, present, and future choices may change everything, or nothing.
Does that mean he can save my parents and village?
And that I might aid my son before it is too late?
Yes, perhaps, and much more still. But you must first gather the 5 fragments of the Magi Key. Is that not why you are here?
Well, no, he kind of just randomly wandered around and then kind of. I have a question for you, Oracle.
Ask away, Velvet.
Isn't it risky to use the Magi Key? Obviously.
Yeah?
It could very well destroy more than it would save. The sheer impact of such an event on space-time.
I cannot answer your question, Velvet. That is one you humans must tackle. The selves, past and present, are without meaning, as are cause and effect. There is no yesterday or tomorrow, only the eternal now. In this now, you are at once here and not here.
You are saying that what we see as before and after, to you it is an entirety?
Precisely, Manos. That is why we cannot judge things as good or bad. They are simply parts of the same whole, so why would one try to differentiate between them?
I'm not sure I understand everything, but I do agree nothing is ever entirely black or white. You seem to kind of go back and forth on this, Fina. Take Reno, for instance. He wanted to kill a lot of humans, and in a way, he succeeded because without him, we wouldn't have reached the weapon. But if it had been me, and the Empire killed my family, wouldn't I have done the same thing? I'd like to think I wouldn't, but I can't ever be sure of that. I suppose at times we can only judge our actions after the fact.
Hindsight is 20/20.
Oracle, can you give us the Magi Key fragment?
Had it been in my possession, I would have gladly given it to you. But the Magi entrusted it to the guardian of our sacred grove. Long has the guardian watched over the grove, but his strength has withered away. He was eventually corrupted by the evil spirits of the forest, the Sadistas. I don't think he can hear you in his current state. Keep in mind that different eras tend to merge in this sacred grove, so beware not to wander too much.
Is there no way to help the Guardian? Maybe we could get rid of those Sadistas.
It won't be an easy task, but perhaps with a Sylphsteer.
A Sylphsteer?
Such a thing does not really exist. As we Sylphs have neither past nor future, we have no sadness, no regret, and therefore no reason to shed tears. And yet, I feel certain you will become by a Sylphsteer. How can that be? Go see Finrilla at the grove's entrance. She can surely help you. Another challenge to overcome, Kuro.
Yeah, that's the approach for it.
Sounds dangerous.
I agree.
Oh, but maybe there'll be some magi ruins to excavate.
I've always taken to walks in the forest.
Your final choice draws near, Kuro.
Thanks, bitch. I already knew.
So I assume this is who we need to talk to.
Yeah.
You wish to enter the sacred grove? I'm afraid that is impossible for mere humans. But wait! You there! You are not entirely human!
Who, me?
Who, her?
What? What are you trying to say? Oh, she's got sylph blood in her. Yep. Okay.
I can hardly believe it, but you have sylph blood in you. And you must possess certain powers. Did you never wonder why?
Me? A sylph?
No, you are not a sylph yourself. But you must have one in your family.
Someone in my family?
Yes, and to enter the sacred grove, you shall have to find them.
But that's impossible! My family... My whole village is... Time travel.
Think! There must be a member of this girl's family somewhere. You must find this sylph and retrieve one of her tears to enter the sacred grove.
Yeah, gee, I wonder what that was, like the sylph that we encountered ages ago in this Let's Play that you showed off and then left behind.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not. But
if I did, I would think that we probably need to go back to the past.
Gotta go back to the past.
But
But
this game
yes.
is pretty good.
So that's interesting. I hadn't really thought that Fina might not actually be fully human. But that kind of makes sense given the green hair and everything.
Yeah. And plus the fact that she has, these powers she can use without any,
Formal training?
Yeah, like, Menos is a demon, so he has some inherent bonuses, and Velvet's stuff all comes from her book.
Right. Well, and that's all very good ways to explain.
Actually, before we go to the past, I might make a slight detour.
Slight detour?
Slight detour.
Slight detour?
Very slight, I promise.
Don't lift the boat over your head again, Kuro. I guess there's no promises on that either. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, remember how we, saved the demons, everything's all hunky-dory and whatnot?
Yeah, well, not
what's
exactly hunky-dory.
Oh, hunky-dory-ish. What's that light coming from the temple?
Gee, what?
Ah, you came all this way to the sacred temple of Manos. Then you too must be walking the road to truth. May you find success on your journey, my friend. We're among the last surviving demons, but the past is merely dust, and we have attained truth. Today is but a new beginning. Yesterday and tomorrow are two sides of the same looking glass.
This song definitely has a feel for Chrono Trigger and the influence.
A little bit. Welcome to the temple dedicated to Lord Minos. This temple was built to house the remains of the last demons. It was specially designed to remain above the water that will wash over all. That way, when we return to life in the distant future, we shall be able to roam the world anew. As Lord Minos before us, hope lives within us. May you walk the path that leads to the truth.
Okay, so there's this big motherfucker over here.
And this is Manos' summon.
Ah.
Ygritte.
Ygritte.
For some, everything is for the best. Others know only tragedy. Whatever actions we take, life flows along. It has no regard for the fate of men. You who seeks the sacred power of fire, I see you are wide awake, but did you bring me what I asked for? Let's see, how much mana do we have? I will need more than that. Well, we will have to come back another time.
Seems like, but that's interesting. Of course, egret, but yeah.
Very, very subtle.
So that was a nice little detour.
Yep, we will definitely come back to pick that up at some point, along with, we still need to grab Phoenix, too. So as soon as we have enough mana.
Which hopefully we should be able to get soon.
Fingers crossed. Alright, so...
And again, I love that this overworld map gives me vibes of Final Fantasy VI, too, with the music.
So... Well, what do you know? We don't get many visitors around here. You're trying to escape the war, right? I can't even remember what voice I gave this guy.
Oddly, he kind of reminds me of my dad. Of course! You are Finrod! Father to Finrost! You're my grandfather! The founder of Nibiru Village!
You're very sweet, little lady, but I have no son, and I'm certainly too young to be your grandfather. It's true I have decided to establish a village here, but I haven't settled on a name yet. Now that you mention it, Nibiru is a lovely name. Yes, perhaps I should call it that.
Nice little impacting the past.
No, wait! Soon, a few years from now, you're going to meet someone, a sylph. And together you'll have a son who's my dad.
Young man, I believe your friend here has banged her head.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Listen to me! You have to believe me. It's gonna happen.
You're gonna run for mayor, Goldie Wilson.
So I'm begging you. Ask the sylph to wait for us here in the year 1000. Wait, no, not here. Everything will have been destroyed by the weapon. On the bluff, where there's a statue of the Emperor after he's won the war. You have to promise.
Yes, yes, if it makes you happy, I promise. If you ask me, young man, your friend could use some rest.
Excuse me.
Okay then, Kuro. I guess all that's left is to head out.
And I guess meet up with the sylph. Huh.
Yep. In the year 1000, so we gotta head back to the present.
Back to the present.
It certainly would be a little more convenient if we could, you know, just instantly time travel instead of having to walk these magiliths.
I mean, I don't know. It still adds an element of, like, structure to it. Instantly time traveling kind of diminishes the impact of what you're doing.
I guess, but at the same time, you know, I feel like we've spent enough time in this world and done enough that, you know, it would be a nice reward for our efforts.
True. So here's a thought. Let's make our way over to where that bluff is going to be, roughly, and then perhaps we could call it for a video?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Alright, so make our way on over. So we start off again in a boat. Let me guess, we're going to immediately switch to flying machine, or... Yep.
Why would we not?
Exactly. Alright. So that should put us in the appropriate place, but before we get going with this, I think that is a good place to call it for today's installment of Let's Play Evoland 2. Next time, will we actually meet the sylph in question? Well, probably.
Progression is nice.
Yeah, it would be good if there was actually some truth to everything that was happening so far. Anyway, hope to see you next time.